What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chopper Style bringing you a review on The Boys, Season 2, Episode 7. Yo, I thought Episode 6 was the best ever. Episode 7 definitely topped that by a landslide. I knew it was only a matter of time before Starlight got caught up with Vought. They knew she was, I guess you could say, a snitch or whatever, but Black Noir is on her. You always notice whenever Vought needs somebody, it's never Homelander that goes and gets him. It's never the Seven. It's always Black Noir. He's the one that does the dirty work. He gets and does it first. Like when it's something important, when Black Noir comes after you. It's always him. Same thing with Butcher. Black Noir came. Homelander, he didn't try to kill him. Nobody else. Black Noir is the one that gets it done. But anyways, he manhandles Starlight, and now she is captured. Also, the room that she was kept in, it seems to be super proof, where as long as the electricity and everything's on, they're in a room where nobody with superpowers can get out. Maybe there's a certain type of power that can get out, but for most people or most soups, you're not getting out of there. They have a room specially built for that cause. So that could lead to something else. I mean, they can lock any soup in a room like that. That's the first time we ever seen that room. And also, why do they want Starlight to be alive? Even Homelander wanted her dead. But, Stormfront or Stan, they want to keep her alive for some reason. Maybe her power is the key to something, maybe? I don't know. But they want to keep her alive for something. Also, Stormfront, man, she is changing everything. She is really good with media and speaking and all that. Like, I can see why she is becoming one of the seven because she's just wreaking all types of havoc. She had an innocent person, who watches the TV all the time, who watches the press and all that, go out and kill a person that he thought was a soup. I'm not for sure if the guy was actually a soup or not, but anyways, he went out and straight killed this dude thinking that he was doing the right thing because he's getting brainwashed on television. They're being told all lies. All civilians are being told all lies. So anyone following the Seven or Vought or looking up to these superheroes, it's all bad. And that is just terrible, man. You got people going out here killing people, thinking that they're doing the right thing, and they're not. It's just wow, man. All from Stormfront. Like Homelander was bad. Stormfront makes everything 10 times worse, and she's in control. She's controlling Homelander. That speech that her and Homelander gave was just terrible to watch, man. Everything was just lies. They threw Starlight under the bus, of course. She's not a bad guy, but, according to them, she's a terrible person. So that's not good. It's crazy to think where all this is going to lead with just the civilians, looking up to these people or to these soups and they're bad. This can get crazy. Man, we get to see Butcher talk to his father. And his father is, terminal ill from cancer. But even after not speaking to his dad for such a long time, his dad was still such an ass to him, man. Like you feel bad for Butcher, and like you would think his dad would say something good, but really he said nothing good. Just filled Butcher with more hatred, you know. And Butcher has a messed up past, kind of like Homelander. Like Homelander, he's a messed up dude, but is it really his fault? I mean, if you think about it, is it? Not really. He didn't choose to be a superhero. He didn't choose his life. It got chosen for him. And it's just been messed up ever since. Like, so him and Butcher, they hate each other, but they're kind of like going through the same messed up stuff, you know? And Butcher, he is like his father, and he is better than his father ever was. His father was right about that. And I'm hoping that Butcher uses that to his strength because after the conversation with his father, Butcher is on a whole new level. He went and talked to the father of Homelander, Jonah, and he, he wasn't having it. Mother's Milk and Grace came there before Butcher and talked to him, and they let him off the hook. They didn't force him to do anything, and the guy had a point. He Grace tried to get Mother's Milk to go back to his family where he should be. But I know Mother's Milk. He really wants to do that, and he knows he should. But at the same time, these soups are not going to stop. You can't just go back to living your everyday life like everything's going to get better. It's not. These soups are going to terrorize the world if nothing's done. And Butcher, he wasn't having that. This dude threatened dude's whole family. He's like, look, I will take out your whole family if you don't do what I need you to do. And, that is messed up, but that's what makes Butcher raw, man. He gets the job done when it needs to get done. And he is crazy enough to carry out that. He knew the dude wasn't playing. Homelander takes Stormfront to meet his son, and his crazy ass is like, we can all be a family. And you seen the look on Becca's face like, yo, this cannot be happening. And then on top of that, Stormfront is cutting off Becca in every sentence and pretty much forcing her word. And I noticed, Becca's son, he may not like Homelander or may not listen to him very well, but he's used to listening to a mom figure. And Stormfront, with her good ass communication skills, she's able to get inside of his head and now is hating the mom. Like, what? I didn't see this coming. I thought for sure he was going to be on the mom side. But now she has his mind twisted and is just hating the mom. And Stormfront and Homelander take the son away. And it's like, yo, what is Becca supposed to do now? Like, her life is just messed up, dude. Like, she didn't ask for none of this. And now she's forced to lose her son. She should have just left with Butcher when she had the chance. I know she's regretting that now. But, having a son from Homelander is going to take full control over that. There's nothing that Becca can do by herself. Queen Maeve and Elena, I'm happy to see that Elena is not hating Queen Maeve and not, I thought she was kind of looking at Queen Maeve as a terrible person. But honestly, she's looking at it as this is just too much for her to handle. She, cares about Queen Maeve, but all this stuff and what she is dealing with, Elaine just can't handle all of it. I mean, not many people can. Queen Maeve is in deep. And, her life is on the line. Elaine's life could be on the line. She's seen what Homelander's capable of and how ruthless he is. And it's just sad. Elaine wants out. And Queen Maeve, now she has to find a way through this. But it's not looking good, man. She's sleeping with dudes? Like, what the hell? I thought she was bi or gay or something. She was sleeping with two of them. Holy hell. Hughie convinces Lamplighter to help go and save Starlight. So he thinks. He does help Hughie get inside the building and all that. But I don't know why this dude just decides to commit suicide. And I know it's one thing about the soups in this show. Even though Lamplighter can use fire, he can be burned by it. Just like the guy in the last episode who could spit out acid. He can spit it out, but he can also burn himself with it. So their own powers can be used against them in some sort of way. But anyways, Lamplighter commits suicide. And that was unexpected because I thought he was going to help the boys out. But I guess he helped Starlight at least escape because the fire alarms went off and she was able to use her powers to get out the door. But man, Black Noir was right on her ass, dude. I mean, dude, this dude is, well, man, when he needs to get something done, he's going to get it done. Like, he was on her quick. She wasn't even out for 5 minutes before he was on her. And man, did he whoop her ass. I mean, Starlight took a beating. But what's crazy is, okay, her powers, she needs electricity or whatever to use her powers. She had no damage to her face, and it didn't seem like she was powered up at all. Like, she could take a whooping, man. Like, she's very, very strong. Maybe they're saving her for a reason. She's very strong. But it did seem like Black Noir was trying to kill her, or maybe just make her pass out. I'm not sure. But Queen Maeve comes to the rescue and chokes out Black Noir and gives him an almond joy. I guess he's allergic to it. I didn't know that, but I don't think that Black Noir died from that. I definitely don't. But Queen Maeve, is she compromised now? I mean, Black Noir, he's not just gonna let that slide. And I damn sure don't think he's dead. And also, Stan can see everything that's going on. So Queen Maeve would have been better off just leaving with Starlight. Or unless she's gonna go rogue and go do her own thing. But what is she gonna do now? That's gonna be wild. Yo, the ending of this episode was ridiculous, yo. Totally unexpected. But they get Jonah to testify against Vought and Homelander and all that. And you can see the look that Homelander gave Jonah, like a sad look. I have no idea if Homelander knew what was coming, but you kind of get the feeling that he did a little bit. Like they had him and Stormfront had to know what was going on because everyone's about to get exposed and people's heads just start blowing up. What the hell? This is just like the cop, I forgot her name. Her head was the first one to blow up. And you would think that it's Cindy, the girl from jail, but I don't know if that is Cindy because when the first head that blew up, Cindy was in jail, right? So how was that her? Also, this second time in the courtroom, Cindy was nowhere. And also, when she blew somebody up, she blew their whole body up. It wasn't just the head. I think that there is something else going on. Maybe it's a different soup that we haven't seen yet. Maybe it's some type of fail safe that where if someone is gonna like speak the truth or like give away Vought or the Seven, that somehow their heads just blow up so they can't do it. I don't know, but that was wild. And you notice the people's head that blew up it was specific people, that blew up. It wasn't if it wasn't no one had nothing to do with it, their heads weren't blowing up. Homelander and Stormfront didn't seem worried at all. Their assistant was fine. All the main people were still cool. The only people's heads that blew up were the ones that were trying to testify, pretty much, or that had any information. I mean, talk about a cliffhanger for the season finale. I have no idea what is about to happen next. But I do know, or this is my theory, season finale is going to be crazy. And a season finale, there's always seems to be a big death, and that's in most TV shows, especially The Boys. And if I had to say anyone that I think that might die, I am really looking towards Queen Maeve. I think Queen Maeve might be kicking the bucket soon. I don't know. I could definitely be wrong. I don't want to see her die. I really don't. I would love to see Queen Maeve get it in, but I think her and Homelander might go at it or something. She's gonna have some repercussions for what she just did. But there's still so many other loose ends that haven't been tied up or even like touched on at all. Like I thought they were gonna clear some things up. They didn't clear up much of nothing. It just seems to get more and more chaotic. This is gonna be a couple seasons long, if I had to guess. But I cannot wait for the season finale. Like you gonna end it on this? I have no idea what's coming next, but I really hope that they explain why people's heads are blowing up. I really want to know who and what is behind that. At least explain that. I cannot wait for next week, man. I know people have some earlier screenings who've seen it already. I'm not watching them videos. I want to see it fresh for the first time next Friday. I cannot wait. But if you liked the video, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Chopper Style out.